to do some equipment and item functions on it. So for our weapon template, we want to say on pickup. Actually, maybe we want to do immediately on equip, because on pickup we don't want to do anything, it's just getting picked up. On unequip we don't want to do anything as well. On equip we want to do things on equip. On equip we want to say that the user is an actor. We want to cast to character, and if he is a character then he has a mesh. I want to say attach actor to component. Attach actor to component. And this is the parent actor. And the target component, the target actor itself, and this is the parent scene component object reference. And we want to snap, and we want to keep world scale. Socket name. Socket name will be a parameter. Attach socket name. So let's do a default of hand R, and it would be terrible to use this one, really. So we have to define it in every weapon. So let's go here and let's just say that our attached socket name is, I forgot already what it is. Characters here, it's called 2H sword socket. Okay, let's just copy the names. Let's just edit it, copy, unedit it. Okay. Okay. And let's paste it here. Okay. Oh, and by default weapons should simulate physics, and we need to make sure that it is properly doing a custom collision check. So what we want to block visibility, yes. We want to block camera, absolutely not. We want to block static and dynamic, yes. We want to maybe overlap pawn or ignore pawn, definitely ignore vehicles. Physics bodies, yeah, that's going to be cool. But on the other hand, weapons will be pushing other weapons away. Yeah, that's fine. And destructible, we definitely want to block them, because it will allow us to do some cool destruction with just velocity of the blade. And it is word dynamic, very much yes. Query and physics, yes. Can characters step on? No, doesn't matter besides. But definitely no. So it will, by the way, the can character step up on means that something can be treated as stairs when you are using character movement components. So like the capsule is trying to get on top of objects automatically if they are lower than something. The default is, I think, 45 centimeters. So yeah, we won't know. Oh, and for the default mesh, we might want to check our collision. So this is the simple collision. It's not very good. It's not bad either. Let's leave it at that. Okay, so this is the great sword. This is the weapon template. So on equip, it is attaching to actor, and on unequip, we don't need to detach or do anything. We don't. I think this is the only thing we need to actually handle. On hidden shown, on item dropped, on item used, unequip, pick up hidden. Okay, we're not going to pick up, we're not going to do stuff. Okay, on equip. So Oh, there's more, definitely more. Weapon template. Yeah, it's this one. We need one more parameter, which is called animation overlay tag. And this is gameplay tag. And we're going to get AGR animation master component. We're going to say setup overlay pose to this parameter. Okay. Compile, save, and on unequip, we probably want to do something similar. So we want to say that user, we don't need to know if it's an actor. We want to get just animation master and want to set overlay component to nothing from this user. Invalidate overlay. So now we need overlay to showcase that the animations are even working on equip. Okay, so we need to go again into our project settings, gameplay tags, animation, overlay pose. So we're doing that now. Add new tag, animation overlay pose dot greatsword. Okay. And also damage physical. We want to do damage physical cutting. Maybe this is okay. I think this is correct. And we might want to open the weapon again, and we want to do damage type. We can do a default, which is physical cutting, and we can define default as animation overlay greatsword. But just in case, we want to also open this, and we want to hard override this to greatsword and this to, you know what, then let's do this. Let's say damage type is just damage. Let's say animation overlay is just overlay, so it's not really valid. So here it's very specific, and here it's very specific. So now it is different than default, and almost everything is different than default. So that's great. Okay, let's now do the pose. So let's open the character. And I know we're doing a lot of work before we see any results. It's like hours deep, but this is how you make games. You don't do instant gratification stuff. You do proper cool stuff. So you're going to overlay, and you have this input pose. And what you do is you want to have a state machine, overlay state machine. Inside here you have entry, and then you have conduit, and this conduit is always okay, and this say overlay pose valid tag, so it's just anything that is a valid tag that you can enter, and overlay pose valid tag not, or overlay pose is exactly just overlay pose. Then it is a valid tag, but it's not tag that we want, and we want to just do nothing. So we want to go back to entry, and now here we want to add state and call it greatsword. I want to say overlay pose is equal greatsword. or maybe, yeah, let's do it like this. Okay, so great sort. And we go back if overlay pose is not equal great sort. So now we don't have entry pose yet, and we don't have that pose. So let's save pose, say overlay input pose, and we want to just say entry is the overlay. I mean, it is the previous pose, so it's just the base pose. We're not doing anything. But if we have valid overlay, then we, probably want to do overlay. So let's do that. And let's go here, and in great sort we just need to do FPP sort or two-handed idle. Let's do idle longs idle. There we go. Okay, I think this is okay. Yes, we want exactly this, just this, nothing else. Can transfer is yes. Okay. Okay. Okay, save everything. So, how to test that now? Inside our character that will be instanced, so we will have subclasses of this fantasy character. They will have an equipment list. So let's do equipment list. And this will be actor class. So it will be actor soft class reference array. Okay. And on begin play, we want to take this soft class reference, and we want to say server. So if you are a server and you begin play as this character, before he gets possessed or anything, we want to go through this list, and for each loop we want to async load class asset. And then from this class, we want to spawn construct object from class. We want to. Yeah, we want to. So we are loading class asset only, and we are then cast to actor class. And now that we know that it's an actor from class, spawn actor from class. Oh, and not this uncompleted, of course. So get actor transform. We're spawning where we are. Collision is always spawn. Try to adjust, but always spawn. Instigator is spawn, so itself. Owner, which is replication net owner relevancy important, is also self. It's not the controller, it's the pawn, and this is important for the inventory system. And then once we spawn the actor, we want to get our fantasy equipment, and we want to save shortcut reference. Okay, so this index is +1. This must be smaller or equal to even do everything here, right? It must be smaller or equal to 4, because we want to have only 4 weapons tops on a character. So we would just want to take 4 equipments that we have here. Let's make it weapon list. Okay, so there are 4 items, all of them are weapons, and we are spawning them up to index of from 1 to 4 basically, and ignoring anything above it. And then we want to just, because we know that to string, and this is name, and string should convert to name properly. Okay, we're doing this double conversion, but basically we're changing this to name. Okay, yeah. And the item that we are storing is this. And we want also to get item component, and we want to do a pickup item, so we are automatically picking up the item in our inventory. And this is happening only on the server, remember that. So save shortcut will happen on this server, so we probably want to do this also on the client. I want to say client shortcut references. I want to say run loading client reliably. I want to do it once everything is spawned, all the actors. Oh no, we want to do it in the loop. So we want to do actor and just do actor reference. I want to say key, which is just name. And once this is called, we want to call our equipment. I want to say save shortcut reference and just do that. That's a lot of crossing, but I mean, can I? I can. Okay. Client shortcut reference. Okay. Client shortcut reference. Now, hopefully, the actor gets replicated down to client in the same call as this is being called. If not, then we might be in trouble, but we're going to see about that. Otherwise, we'll just do it differently. And then we are picking up items. Oh, we should pick up item first. Does it matter? I don't think we made it in such a way that it matters. You can save shortcut to anything. Okay, and then we just pick up item, and if this is the first item, so index is 0, okay, not index plus 1, but actual index is 0. If it's true, then you want to get this item here, and you want to equip. Oh, from here, equip. You know what? We want to get our fantasy equipment. I want to do. Oh, we got the get weapon, but we don't have equip weapon. But we don't have to equip in slot. And so, okay. So item is this item, and slot is weapon. And if it is successful. We want to do print string and say equipped. Oh no, we want to do print text. Oh, cut it out. Format text, yes, and close it. And the weapon is the new item. Okay. I think that's everything. We're going to see if this even works properly, but should. And we're definitely going to enclose this in a function. So this will be like a default expose on spawn. It's marked as. Oh, no, just instance editable. Yes. Okay. So for our fantasy character that we use right now, let's do first class, and this will be no, not weapon template. It will be greatsword. Oh, and we also forgot, of course, in our greatsword to open the full blueprint, and we want to go here and change the name. Okay, and change the tag. Okay, great. And by the way, we could actually use this item weapon something tag instead of animation overlay tag that we have here, animation overlay pose greatsword. We could just use weapon tags. So a single tag could have multiple purposes depending on what type of object is reading this value. Okay. I don't think something really happened. Okay, let's do F9 here. Okay, and let's go into our fantasy equipment, edit, and let's see our tag configurations. You got weapon, it takes item weapon. So let's see what happened there. And if it is false, then print string. And we won't know what happened, but equip failed. We'll know at least that much. So start and nothing. Let's go to play standalone, play. What gives? Why this isn't running? Well, this obviously, but okay, let's do like this. F9, F9. Oh, 4. Yeah, we're doing up to 4 items. Now everything will trigger. Yes, great. Resume. Yes. So it spawns. Great. It equips, and here we are with our broken animations because we're just running without any blends whatsoever. But it works. That's great. Let's now test. Okay, first of all, I don't need those breakpoints. Let's take them out. F9, by the way. F9 to place those points. Let's test on dedicated server. Okay. So something didn't happen properly. And it read some default values, I guess, from the class. What does it mean? Let's go here. Oh, yes, yes, critical, like this could be variable in a way. I mean, or maybe it just has to be instance for it to work. Oh, let's also change our camera to go to the camera, FEB camera socket. Maybe it will look better. I mean, there's no clipping at least now. It was as bad as it was. Okay, let's quickly fix the animation because it's really annoying me. Let's go here. Let's go to overlay and, well, guess what? Blend by bone. And we want to get the overlay input. I want to blend overlay on the top of the input. Shocking. Spine 013. Yeah, that's a lot better. But why doesn't it attach properly? It should attach on the server and it should do like the pose switching and everything everywhere. Because yeah, this happens, this pick up equip in slot and it will call equip. On equip, set up overlay pose. Like this is like if you call this from server side, because this is being called on server, let's do it like this. Okay, stop. Let's run as dedicated server. Okay, so I am a client. Oh no, it works this time. What gives? So what? It sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But if I play in new editor window, Okay, got a theory here. What if we do a delay of half a second after spawn? It might be it. Yeah, it's starting to get more reliable. And if I play as listen client and 3,